Hello students, welcome to e-classes of Deepal School. So today we are going to discussing the chapter of class 5 decoding computer science, second chapter, computer memory and storage. So here we know how to measure a memory and what are the units of memory and the different types of memory and storage. So just like humans store all the information on data instruction in their memories, a computer have also memory to store the data. So just like our brain, the computer also uses both short term and long term memory to store information and data. So how to measuring a memory? We all know computer runs on electricity, and the information of the computer, the whole information of the computer is handled using the electrical components recognized only two states, that is presence and absence of the electrical signal. So it works on the concept of on and off, that is on equal to 1 and off equal to 0. So based on the two numbers, that is 0 and 1, in the different sequences the computer stores data. This system is known as binary system. Each of these two numbers represent a unit which is called the bit. So each of the two numbers represent a unit, and this is known as bit. B-I-T, bit. So a set of 8 bits equal to 1 byte. Okay students, so a set of 8 bit equal to 1 byte. So byte is the smallest unit which represented the data, and binary language which is represented in, and all binary languages which are represented in bytes, bits, is the only language that a computer understood. So what are the units of memory? So here we know what are the units of memory. So these are the unit of measurement, and these are the relation with other units. So byte, B-Y-T-E, byte. So we already know that students, 1 byte equal to 8 bits, and 1 kilobyte equal to 1 KB. So the kilobyte is represented by K, capital K and capital B. So 1 KB equal to 1024 bytes, and then after that the megabyte, 1 megabyte, that is 1 MB equal to 1024 kilobyte, and after that the gigabyte, and 1 GB equal to 1024 megabyte, and after that the terabyte, 1 terabyte equal to 1024 gigabyte. Then after that petabyte, 1 petabyte or 1 PB equal to 1024 terabyte. Then after that exabyte, that is 1 exabyte, EB equal to 1024 PB. Okay, so petabyte. Then after that zettabyte, then yottabyte. So all you know, these are the units for measuring the computer memory, and these all are the relations of the measuring units with the smallest one. Okay, then we know about the types of computer memory. So what is computer memory? We already learned it, students. So computer memory is classified mainly into two types, that is primary and secondary memory. So the first one, primary memory, is divided into again two types, that is RAM and ROM, and so on. The secondary memory, that is divided into many types, that is hard disk, CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc, pen drive, memory card. So what is primary memory? Primary memory is the main memory of the computer system, and it is also known as internal memory. since it is inbuilt in a computer. Primary memory is a storage location within a computer where data, instruction and informations are stored. So what is primary memory, students? So the internal memory that is inbuilt in a computer for storage location for every data is known as primary memory. It is faster because computer access the data and programs directly from it. But primary memory has a limitations. It has limited storage capacity. Okay, students. Then we talk about the RAM and ROM. RAM, ROM, RAM. RAM means random access memory. Then after that ROM, that is ROM, read only memory. So first of all we see about the RAM. RAM is read or write memory, which means that it is possible to write and read information from RAM. So this one is RAM. When a computer is started, the operating system is loaded into RAM. This means when you are working with a program or with on a program, you are working on a program loaded with RAM. So RAM is a volatile memory. It holds information stored until the power is on. The stored information in the RAM is lost when the power supply is turned off. The amount of RAM installed in a computer affects the number and size and programs of the programs that a system can run simultaneously. So when we start a computer, the operating system is loaded into RAM. Any software that we run is loaded into RAM. It means that the computer with more ROM will work faster. Then after that ROM. That is the full form of the ROM is read only memory. So what does it means? The read only memory means a type of memory form which we can say only read the saved information. That means the data and the instruction stored in this memory cannot be edited and changed but can only be read. Unlike RAM, ROM also stored data and information permanently, but it is non-volatile in nature. Non-volatile memory retains the data and the instructions stored in it, even nature. So after the computer is turned off, so the volatile memory is works when the computer is turned on, and it retains the data when the after the computer is turned off. So ROM stored instructions which are required to start a computer. Then ROM is also used in other electronic items like washing machine and microwave oven, etc. Then the secondary memory. Secondary memory is the permanent storage memory. The maximum capacity of primary memory is limited, so to handle more data than allowed by primary memory, secondary memory is used, and it is non-volatile. That is, data is not lost from the secondary unit. Okay. When the computer is off, secondary memory is slower as compared to primary memory. Since CPU does not access this memory directly, let us explore the most popularly used secondary memory storage devices. So we have to know the different secondary storage devices. That is, first one is hard disk. The hard disk is the main storage device of the computer. It's fixed with the motherboard inside the CPU boxes. So when we start the computer, hard disk start reading it by itself information which is necessary to start computer loading operating system. When we save any information on the computer, it recorded in the hard disk. Okay, so today there are hard disks available with the storage capacity running 20 GB to 50 tab. Okay. 5 tab. Apart from the inbuilt hard disk, an external hard disk is also available nowadays. So an external hard disk is a portable storage device, that is, it is not fixed inside the CPU cabinet, rather it has to be attached externally to the CPU box and through a data cable. Then after that, CD full form is compact disc. A compact disc is used to store digital data. So CDs are circular in shape and can store loads of data. They can be easily carried from one place to another, and most of the programs and games that you can use in your computer are available on the CDs. So a computer with a CD-ROM drive can access the data of the CD. It is also called CD-ROM and CDR. So if we talk about two types of CDs, that is CDR and RW. So the CDR, that is recordable CD, and the another one is returnable CD. So then after that, the DVD is digital versatile disc. A DVD digital versatile disc looks like a CD, but it stores 6 times more data than the CD. Also, DVD can be single sided or double sided, that is, you can see here, this one is the DVD. And if we talk about, it is circular in shape. Then after that, the Blu-ray disc, this one you can see, this one is the Blu-ray disc. And the Blu-ray disc is derived from blue violet laser that is used to read and write this type of disc. A Blu-ray disc can store more data than DVD. A Blu-ray disc is capable of holding 50 gigabytes. Therefore, a Blu-ray disc is capable of holding up to 50 gigabytes. So it is therefore the optimal, cost-effective and removable storage medium for storing large amounts of video and data. Then after that, the memory card. You can see this one is a 32 GB memory card. You also know 4 GB to 16 GB and other device 64 GB etc. memory cards. So memory card are flux memory card, that is storage card. It also known as storage card, and it is small and rectangular in shape. It is used to in small portable and remoteable computing devices to store text, picture, video and audio files. They are also called as secure digital storage. They can store up to 1 to 8 GB of data. Then the pen drive or flash drive. So also known as USB flash drive. You can see this one is the USB flash drive. And it is remoteable and re-returnable. USB means universal serial bus. Its storage capacity typically ranges from 64 MB to 2 TB. So it is very small in size and makes convenient to carry easily one place to another. So here you can see the classification of memory based on the technology. First one is flash memory devices, that is pen drive, memory card, external hard disk. And the description about it is the devices are use electrical signals to read and write data, and data can be read from them or written on them millions of times through the USB. This one is the devices, or this one is the flash memory devices. Then after that, the optical memory devices. What is optical memory devices, students? You can see here the CD, DVD and Blu-ray discs. These are. And if we say about to what is the description of optical memory devices, to read write data from these devices we need to help of laser beam through a suitable device. Then after that, the magnetic memory, which is known as hard disks, and these devices used to magnetic material to store data. So the chapter is completed, students. You have to do your assessment sheet by own, and after that I sending the answer copy in your group. So see you in next class, students. Thank you.